All right. Good morning.
Good morning. I think we'll put this one on both your channel and mine.
Yes, this one here is going to jump heavily. Okay? Yeah. She's better than me. She eats healthy. All right. Anyway, we're going to talk about two things real quick here. Actually, three things real quick here. First of all, I think everybody has seen it by now that this administration, Joe Biden, who, in my opinion, is the most disgusting president we have ever had. This is a filthy human being. And we're also going to talk about the FBI because they violate their oath, all right, every day. I mean, they're not Americans, in my opinion. I know they're going to knock on my door, and I don't care. And then we're going to cover the abortion thing real quick one more time. All right, so tomorrow is Easter Sunday. That's a big thing for a lot of Christians.
He's risen.
Yeah, me too. I enjoy.
Sir.
I do enjoy.
The Easter services.
The Easter services. Yes, I do. Well, leave it to this filthy old man or whoever is running the country right now. What do they call it? Transgender something day?
Transgender visibility day.
I mean,
something like that.
Joe Biden reminds me of stepping on something nasty in my yard.
Look.
This is gross.
This is no, and a lot of people would probably tell you, "Oh, Satan is in charge of the White House."
No.
No. This is what happens when a sinful human being continues to be sinful without any restraint.
Yeah.
And you have people around them that are just as sinful as he is, and they continue to move forward without any restraint. Okay, this is what happens when you don't do what Jesus says and rip your eye out, meaning sin, and throw it away. Okay, so they're surrounded by yes people. Yes.
It's skeeter season again.
It's skeeter season.
Yeah, I got bit.
Anyways, this is not Satan in charge of nothing. Friends, it's personal responsibility, and he is responsible for what he is doing, and all the people around him, along with him.
I'm like, there's, in my opinion, well, you guys know my opinion. You need to get this perversion out of the schools. All right? Oh, well, children have a right to be educated. Right. We don't let minors get tattoos. Why? Because it's permanent, and they're extremely hard to get rid of. We don't let 7-year-olds drink alcohol. Why? Because it's harmful. All right?
Yeah.
We don't let 9-year-olds join the military. Why? They're too young. If you people were correct, I would have 3 dinosaurs and a kitty cat. All right?
I mean,
it needs to get out of the schools.
There's that book.
These are adult topics, and they need to stay in the adult world.
This whole thing was, there was this one book where it talked about transgenderism and all this stuff. And what she said was real straightforward. By the time most of these kids, 99% of these kids, by the time they hit puberty, that transgender, the gender dysphoria issue, which that's what it is gender dysphoria. The gender dysphoria issue, it's solved, okay? It's done, and they move on to have perfectly normal, healthy sexual
Puberty is the cure.
Yeah,
for all of this.
Well, yeah, most of it, yeah.
That doctor said in 98%, it was huge. It was a huge number.
And then the few that
puberty
are there,
cures it.
And then there are a few that are there.
Obviously, a few that are just gonna be like that.
They just like but they have you thinking now that homosexuality and transgenderism is a great chunk of the population when it's not true. But here's what happens.
The media lies.
Well, not just that.
Yeah,
but let me bring it to us as responsible human beings. When you see someone acting foolishly on the internet, on the YouTube Shorts, on the TikToks and stuff, you either laugh, we either laugh, or we either judge them, or we do all these other things and we share it with everybody. Look at what this crazy person is doing. All of this stuff, and they take that attention as affirming to their what they are, when in reality most of us people are sort of laughing at them behind the behind the screen. But as Christians, friends, we shouldn't be laughing at them. We should be sad for their brokenness. Okay.
Correct.
And two, when you see a crazy person, say a silent prayer and move on.
Yeah.
But don't share it with everybody and try to. That's what the problem is, because
Yeah.
like that Dylan Mulvaney.
Oh my God!
You would
Yeah.
have never known he existed.
You guys made him famous.
He got
Right.
famous. Yeah. So.
And look, all right, it's just it's point blank a simple biological fact. You guys love talking about biological facts when it's convenient for you. If you're born and you have an XY chromosome, chromosome. Hello, cat. If you have an XY chromosome, you're a man. Yeah. All right. If you have an XX chromosome, you're a girl. Now, if you're a feller and you like wearing women's clothes and you're a grown-up and you stay away from the children, more power to you. Go for it, man. In my opinion, it's an abomination, like the Bible says, but that's me. All right? And it's that simple. You can't change something that is a fact. Now, you might feel like or want to be or whatever, but you're just not. And I'm not going to play around with your crazy. All right?
Yeah, you can't just indulge
so,
people.
Yeah, if you're a dude with a beard and I say, hey, man, what's up? And you take offense because I misgendered you, I don't care. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah. And I mean, it's just like I said, we have to have compassion because they are broken and they, they got their own. They are being used right now by this particular administration.
Correct.
They are being used to further an agenda that we probably have no idea, but it could come down to something as simple as getting votes.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. Now let's go on to this administration being absolute, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Nazis. Who else had a ministry of truth? The Nazis. Why are they so mad at Truth Social and X now? Because both sides of the story are getting out finally. The truth will set you free. But now they have FBI agents going around, and I've seen the videos online, I'm sure you all have. They're going around and knocking on doors, not because you've done anything illegal, but because they're trying to scare you. And they want to talk to you about posts you put online. If an FBI agent knocks on your door to talk about something you posted online, he is violating both your First and your Fourth Amendment rights. They swore an oath to protect these, and they're violating that oath. So therefore, in my opinion, they're a piece of garbage. You know what happens when garbage knocks on my door? Nothing. I don't answer it. I don't talk to it. So save yourselves the trouble, because if you knock on my door, I'm not answering.
Yeah, I mean, really, seriously, friends. If anybody in your, the time of ignorance is over.
Yeah.
Okay, you cannot be an ignorant citizen of this country. You have to know your rights. You have to know what your police officer in your community is allowed to do and not allowed to do, because this, depending on who wins elections and things like that, they will try to get away with as much as possible. And again, I've said it before in all of our videos. They said your Second Amendment right, you have to fight for it, because
your Second Amendment protects everything else.
Every other right will fall behind that one.
Yep.
Okay? Every second come and...
The Bill of Rights is what they want to get rid of. And make no mistake about it, the Republicans are no better. All right? They are no better than the Democrats. They're just moving slower.
Why do you think in Mexico the cartels
are so powerful
and flourish? Because they're the only ones with guns.
Right.
Okay? If they thought that the community, the 90% of the community is armed, they would not be having no problem. Wouldn't having not as much success as they think they do. So yeah. they they gotta they take your right to
Yeah.
keep and bear arms. They will take your First Amendment right immediately after.
And I mean, we are living in the kingdom of heaven, okay? What was the first thing they did? Well, they got prayer out of schools. They stopped people from. I saw this lady trying to defend abortion, or a guy, I don't know who it was, with all these misquotes from the Bible. It's not real. Try reading the Bible and doing your own research instead of reposting someone else's well thought out misrepresentation about what's in the Bible. It's like I told my oldest son, he always wanted to argue about the Bible. I'm like, son, have you read the book? No. Well, then I'm not talking about it with you because I can't. You are going to take everything you've seen online that's been exaggerated and misquoted, and you think it's real. It's not. It's just like, believe it or not, we have people that have graduated from college and don't understand Abraham Lincoln was a Republican, and the North was the good guys, and the South was the Democrats. They don't know this. They don't know that the Democrats founded the KKK. Wait, I got one more thing here, right? And here's a trivia. I think it was 1964. The longest filibuster, if you don't know what that is, look it up. In United States history, the longest filibuster was 75 days in 1964. Might be 63 or 65, but I'm pretty sure it was 64. 75 days there was a filibuster by the Democrats. And do you know what it was about? Preventing civil rights. 75 days they tried to prevent civil rights from becoming law.
Yeah.
So think about it.
Look, you have to be just like you have to be a discerning Christian. You
Yes.
have to just be a discerning human being. When somebody anywhere, including us, presents information to you, the first thing you want to question is why and what do they stand to gain if I agree with them? I tell you, what do we stand to gain? Not a thing.
Not a thing. Here's what we do, right? We don't watch the mainstream media anymore. And it's like she'll be looking over, and you can see her desk is there. My desk is here. Why? Because we're married. I saw an interesting thing about let me see your cell phone. That was crazy. Anyway,
the guy did not want to let his wife watch.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second. Yeah, but if I see something online, I'll be like, honey, look at this. And she'll say, okay, let me look. And then she'll look it up and see what she can find. Or if she sees something over there, she'll say, honey, look at this. And I'm like, okay, let me look. Right? I'm like, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, this is great, right? This lady, you tell me. You're better at it than me.
Well, this lady's sitting there with her phone, and her husband is on his way out to work, I guess.
Yeah.
And she says, let me see your cell phone. Immediately, the look on his face, he's like, why? Why do you need to see my cell phone? And then he goes like, after she asked like 5 times, he goes like, here, look, here's my cell phone.
Oh, that was great. He held it up. See?
He's like, okay, honey, listen, I'm not playing these games and all of this stuff and all that. No. If you want to see your husband's cell phone, and he even has a moment of hesitation for that, you need to really find out what's going on.
Yeah.
And let me tell you what, his cell phone, your cell phone, and it's a two-way road, right? But his cell phone and your cell phone are not private cell phones.
No.
Okay? He can go into my phone anytime he feels like and look at things and whatever. And the same from
my cell phone is it's a real weird, like, because we don't have home phones anymore, right? So
many people do.
Yeah, if you call me, I would say better than half the time my wife is going to answer it, because we use it as that's our main home phone, so to speak. All business is transacted through my cell phone. But look, just back to this abortion thing one more time. Clear your mind, your ass will follow, ladies, okay? If you're sexually active before you're married, I don't agree with that. I really don't. I wish that I had not have been sexually active. And believe me, I wasn't really that big of a player. But if you're doing that, you should be responsible. Yes, You are responsible. Why? Because you're a woman. Is that fair? I don't know. You were born a woman. But you are responsible for bringing children into this world. So if you don't want to bring children into this world, you should be on contraceptive. You're just being lazy. If you can't be on contraceptive, you should not be having premarital sex. And another thing, if you're starting to, I understand, trust me, I was young once too. But let me tell you something. If that man didn't bring the sack to the engagement and you ask him to put a condom on and he won't do it, you don't need to sleep with this guy. He has just told you everything you need to know about his character. He will never be there for you, and he's playing you.
And
Right.
again,
And he's not responsible.
And this is something that they taught people back in the day with AIDS.
Yeah.
If you sleeping with somebody without protection, you in fact are sleeping with every person he ever slept with without protection. And if you are having a one night stand with somebody and they're not using protection, you've been having a one night stand with everybody else that he had a one night stand. So,
but look,
why do they think that this is a good thing? Girls today, it's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen these books in the school, and it's absolutely disgusting. I have to think that these are just nasty liberal people who don't have children. All right? And the whole thing about the Democratic Party is they're bullies. They want to force you to do things that decent people don't want to do. Correct. I homeschool because they brought this garbage into the schools, and I don't need my young children to be subjected or exposed, yes, to this. Mm-hmm. All right? I'm the parent. It is my child. All right?
That's right.
So, in short, in my opinion here, and this is just my opinion, right? This administration is disgusting. The FBI is complicit and doing illegal things, right? And you women that, I'm sorry, in the state of Texas, if you have an abortion, you broke the law. Now, unfortunately, they're not charging the women. What they're doing is they're charging the doctors. It's a small fine at first, but he loses his medical license for an entire year. So that's going to add up to millions of bucks.
Look,
and it should be. And the government doesn't have the right to tell a woman she can murder a child. Anyway.
Don't kid yourself. Ultimately, we are all capable of terrible sin.
Yes.
The only thing that keeps us is being closer to God from becoming a Joe Biden or any of those people that are terrible human beings.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny, and it's like you still have people out there. Look, I'm going to tell you something right now. For the most part, this racism thing is in your own head. It's imaginary. It's literally something that happens only in democratic cities, large cities. All right, and it's a crazy thing, and I understand that you truly feel that way because you're brainwashed. Mm-hmm. You're used to getting freebies. And trust me, with the people coming across the border right now, you ain't going to get your freebies no more. So you might just as well join the decent people. Exactly. Right?
Make you like better.
But anyway, tomorrow is Easter, which is always, I don't know why, it's like my favorite holiday. I love it. You know, you go to church and they get all the little kids dressed up. It's really nice.
Yes. It's a beautiful day. Yeah. And the significance is that much more. There was no bunnies.
Yeah.
In the resurrection. But,
there was no girls running around with bunny ears? I seen them at the grocery store this morning. It was great.
Yeah. But there's no, again, this is a day for celebration with your family. And,
it is.
And spending time and just...
And look, just, all I would ask is just try. Try to be a better person, all right? Open your heart to Jesus. Yeah. Or even just open your heart to what you know is right and what you know is wrong. You know this perversion. You know it's wrong to put it around children. All right? You know in your heart killing children is a bad thing. All right? And yeah, just before you people throw another Margaret Singer meme at me, please Google her and do
Oh my
just
gosh.
please. This was a horrible woman, and she was out to kill the black race off. So
Yeah. So she's not.
yeah,
She's not a beacon.
oh
Of hope for
no.
you guys. Okay. Yeah.
So
Anyway,
was that all the topics of the day?
I don't know. I think we covered all three of them.
Yeah, I think so. All right.
Listen.
yeah.
Have a good day. A beautiful Sunday with
But
your family.
yeah, just look here. Next time before you post, I'm throwing this out there. Next time before you post all these so-called Bible quotes, pick a Bible up and check them yourself, because you're going to find out that is not what those quotes say.
We we read a lot of stuff in
one thing that we know
double-check.
is we know the Bible, and if you throw a Bible quote out at me, I guarantee you I will check it.
Yes.
I most definitely will.
Most definitely.
Every time.
Every single time.
Grab my Bible right there. See this?
Mm-hmm.
It's on my desk, folks. So it's nothing for me to pop it open
and double check
and
your
double
story.
check. Anyway.
All right, guys. God bless. You have a beautiful Easter. Bye.